Anyway, I'm going through this other thing right now where I'm teaching myself about all the Dragon Ball lore because I got my kid like these. I found these like VHS tapes of like Cartoon Network, like recorded cartoons, like from like the from the 90s and early 2000s, like recorded off cable or whatever. And it's got the commercials and everything, and it's just like Cartoon Network stuff. And on one of them, there's a there was an episode of Dragon Ball and an episode of Dragon Ball Z, and like she's all about it, and like she keeps bugging me about it. So I was like, I guess I gotta figure out Dragon Ball. And I had no idea, because like I didn't really watch it when I was younger. I mean, I've seen episodes here and there just like on TV, but I never like actually like watched the whole thing. Um, but I had no idea that it was like this whole like nightmare scenario of like shitty DVD and Blu Ray releases. Like, um, that sucks, man. Whoops. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking die. Like, I know Funimation has had like issues in the past with like other anime, but it's like, what is the fucking deal with them, like, and their shitty fucking like doing things like cropping shit and um like badly cropping. Like, I looked at all these different like DVD and Blu-ray collections, and it's like I was shocked at some of the shit that they did. It's like they cropped it so bad that like you're missing like pieces of like the bottoms of people's mouths or like the tops of their heads and shit. It's like inexcusable cropping. And like I get some of it because it's like when those DVDs first came out, it was like right when everybody was switching to like 16:9 TVs, so they're like, oh, okay, we'll put everything in widescreen. Of course it's giving me no fucking hearts. I just need some hearts, man. But anyway, then it's like they re-released them and they never put them back in 4:3. And then when they finally put them back to 4:3, then they did dumb shit like they added like they cleaned it up. I guess they did a release where they cleaned it up too much and they got rid of too much of the film grain. And people were mad about that. So they're like, okay, we'll put it back in 4:3 and we'll add our own like fake film grain. So like people were like, oh, okay, cool, it's finally back in 4:3 aspect ratio, but then it has this shitty fake film grain. So that just looks really bad. So basically, long story short, was I learned that there is no like perfect release of Dragon Ball. Like, it's all kind of shitty. But anyway, so what I ended up doing was I got a I'm hoping that this is better, but I ended up resorting to getting a Malaysian like bootleg, which at least from what I could figure out, I think it's cropped right to like 4:3, so it doesn't have the shitty 16:9 cropping, so that's cool. But yeah, it really sucks that like with a lot of these like old shows you can't, and I run into that a lot with cartoons for my kid. It's like they're, there's a lot of releases that are pretty fucking shitty. Shud said, I've watched Dragon Ball Z, but only seen bits and pieces of Dragon Ball. From what I can tell, and just from the bits that I've seen too, I've only kind of seen bits and pieces too, but I think Dragon Ball seems like the more interesting show than Dragon Ball Z. Like, it seems kind of like silly and like funny to me. And like cuter. Like, I never really got into like the regular, or got into Dragon Ball Z because it just seemed like a lot of like people yelling and going Super Saiyan and like just like, I don't know. I think I was just never the audience for it. But the original Dragon Ball, it has that like goofy 80s anime charm, which I really like 80s anime. Like 80s anime is probably like my favorite anime. So the other thing too is I'm pretty sure that what I got, that Malaysian bootleg, is the and it's probably why it's cropped for TV, is I think it's the edited stuff, which is good because it's for my kids. So because from what I've seen, like a lot of the unedited, at least from the early stuff, like there's a lot of like kind of humor that's probably not appropriate. But yeah, when I went down that rabbit hole of all the different like releases of Dragon Ball, I felt bad for the fans. I'm like, man, you guys have it rough. There's literally like no good way to watch it. Well, I guess maybe there's good ways to watch it. There's no good way to own it, is what it is. Buzz Buzz Outsider.